All right, so you want to hit 100,000 subscribers just like I did. I'm going to show you exactly in this video how I did it and exactly how you can also hit 100,000 subscribers. The first step in making a YouTube channel or a social media account is defining your niche, your brand, your identity, who you are, and what you're going to be. Whether you're a gamer, an educator, or a streamer, it's really important to understand what niche you're going into. My best advice is just follow your heart. I was a developer on Roblox, and I searched up a bunch of tutorials back in 2018, and I couldn't find anything. So I was like, you know what? I just want to educate others out there while I'm doing my, game development journey. So that's where I am today. I'm a Roblox educational YouTuber. Once you pick your niche, the best thing you can do is decide whether you're going to be a short form creator or a long form creator, or are you going to do both? I want you to understand that mixing the two is kind of hard to do. Me personally, I post shorts almost every day now, but it's really hard to balance that as well as long form content. But it is very possible to do both. But of course, the most important part is the content itself. So whether you're making short form or whether you're making long form, either one's going to perform a various amount of ways depending on what your content you're making. Now, coming from someone who took about 6 years to hit 100,000 subscribers using long form content, I want to tell you something a little bit different that others don't tell you. You really have to decide if you want to take the hard route or the easy route. Whether you do short form content or whether you do long form content, that is the biggest decision. Now listen, if you do long form content and you start like how I did, where I didn't know what I was doing, I was editing my own videos, I was making my own thumbnails, and I wanted to do it the cheapest way possible, you might not end up making it to the top right away. Short form content has the ability to blow up your channel in under a few days, while long form content takes more planning, more effort, and more time, but honestly, it does have a lot of rewards. Remember, it took me 6 years to make my channel hit that goal. But I'm proud of it because I built a fan base and a community that I can resonate with. And you kind of really just have to treat it like a business. But let me tell you this, if you really came to this video because you just want to build a fan base as fast as possible, I will tell you that it is possible. For example, I have a few YouTuber friends, Brandon302 and Product. They both hit 1 million subscribers in under a month. One of the things that people don't believe to understand is that there really is a balance between luck and strategy. Now let me explain. When you post any type of YouTube content, it has a chance to go viral. Whether that's the browse features, the shorts feed, or the recommended content, every time you get some sort of luck for your video. But how does strategy play into luck? I mean, on the strategy side, if you look at Mr. Beast and all those other famous YouTubers, they have amazing titles, they have amazing thumbnails, and their SEO and all of that is just on point. Now, I think there's 3 key players. There's the title, there's the thumbnail, and then there's the editing. That is it. That is as simple as it is. But is it really that simple? You really have to understand that if your video ends up getting some luck and someone ends up clicking that video and they end up watching the rest of it, that's where that strategy plays in, because luck can just only be a certain amount of height. So if you have all this luck, but your strategy is down here, it ends up to just fall down again. So whether you get the luck and your strategy is super high, that video is going to be pushed out to others. So let me give you some advice. With my experience, the best thing to do is look at trends. If you want to blow up as fast as you can, stay on top of the trends. For example, I followed a trend, Chandel versus Sammy. That video currently gave me around 100,000 subscribers. That is a short form video that randomly blew up because there was a trend going on. So if you want to blow up fast, follow the trends, because I was following trends back in 2019 with my friends, the same as Product when they were starting, and he was the leader of that trend. So it really is important to follow trends. I think the biggest thing with becoming a YouTuber is that, comparison is the thief of joy, okay? My friends like Product and them were hitting hundreds of thousands of subscribers just from videos that were very cringy and disappointing. While I was putting all this effort and time into making certain videos, I just wasn't getting it all back to me. That's when I started to decide that I want to start doing YouTube Shorts because I really just want to gain more subs. But you do really have to realize that it just depends what you're trying to build. There's plenty of YouTubers out there with millions of subscribers and their audience base is just a bunch of 4-year-olds. And no, you don't want that. You really do want a true audience base. So yes, subs can mean things, I will be honest. While subs give you publicity and give you verifications and things like that, it doesn't mean everything. In the end, it's always about your brand, who you are, and what you make. But seriously, there's going to be times when you're just so unmotivated to make a video, but you just have to have that discipline. I think people don't understand that the biggest thing to social media is consistency. So my recommendation for you is to make sure that you're posting either once a day or every other day. Now, consistency can be a little bit tricky because it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing short form content, it's recommended that you post at least, every other day or every day. If you're doing long form content though, it could be every few months, it could be every weeks, but starting out your channel, it really depends how you get that algorithm. So going back to step 1 is, of course, how you make your videos. You can spend so much time editing a video and it might not just go viral, and that's where people end up quitting. I want to tell you that you shouldn't quit, because if you quit, then why are you doing this in the first place? I feel like everyone can resonate that as a kid, you've always wanted to be a YouTuber. And for me personally, I made sure I hit that goal. But wait, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. All right, but enough of the yapping. I'm going to show you guys some tips and also some real analytics. Now, I want you guys to quickly look at my channel, okay? I've done new branding, I've got new thumbnails made, and these are more high CTR, all right? If you look at my old videos, these were super old, of course, and so these kind of don't resonate as well, and they don't look good. But back then, I was doing all things for free, and I did it by myself. I really want you to understand that you can do this either spending money or you can do it for free. I spent 6 years just doing all my videos by myself and my own thumbnails, and guess what? It turned out. But it's best to learn these skills because over a while, you start to change your content and you start to look at what makes a good YouTube video. So yeah, I switched from this thumbnails to these, and then now I'm starting to make new ones as we speak. And I want you guys to understand that quality does matter. I know there's still cringy videos that can get on the For You page and you're like, this is shit. But you know what? In the end, it actually works because there's a strategy to it. All right, so if we were to look at my channel, for example, my most popular shorts, these are all of my most popular shorts. Now, you're probably like, oh, looking at these, they probably went on the For You page. No, these are all SEO optimized shorts that people search up on a daily basis. YouTube recommends these to people who search up top 5 best simulators. This video has gotten me a lot of subs because it was a cringy video that was like, oh, subscribe in 3 seconds with your eyes closed. Okay, kids like that. This is the short that just got me 100,000 subscribers. So, you're probably wondering why. Well, it's because of how I did it. I think some of the biggest things with these shorts is the missed opportunities. If you're not saying like this video or subscribe, don't make the short. Every YouTube short, if you want to blow up, should be like subscribe for this or like for this, okay? That's definitely a trick that I think people don't tell a lot of people. All right, you guys, so I'm going to show you some key things. Now, I'm not going to show you my revenue because revenue shouldn't matter. I don't want you guys to pay attention to that because I never did my YouTube channel for revenue. It was never that. I am a college student and I am broke as hell, I will tell you that. I use YouTube money to pay for my groceries, for my gas, everything like that. And guess what? I still work multiple jobs outside of YouTube. I want you to also understand that YouTubers could make a lot of money, but it depends on the content you're making. For example, my educational videos, people come and they go. They don't really just stay and watch it the whole time. So me personally, I want to fix that. And going forward, I'm going to be doing that. But let's pay attention, okay? Last 30 days, we've gained 115,000 subscribers. What the hell? All these watch time hours, all these views is insane. If you click see more, you can also look at the biggest things. This tells you what is trending and what is going on. All right, so if I click this last 68 minutes, it goes through and shows me what is blowing up. So right now, Team Janel versus Team Sammy is the video that's been blowing up and it's still going. If I click analytics, analytics will show. So like I said, I got 5,000 subs from this video. But look at the lines. I want you to pay attention. It's almost like a graph. It did take some time. If you do the last 90 days, you can also look at some other things. You can look at how in real time subscribers worked. The biggest thing to pay attention to, though, is the top traffic sources. I have never had a video go on the browse features. All of my videos have been either Shorts feed or YouTube search or other external sites. Browse features is new, and you know why? Because YouTube is pushing this out to the audience because they are liking the video. In the last 60 minutes, this is at 89% on browse features. This is a good sign. All of these high numbers are good. There's some pretty cool things you can look at. You can look at the reach, which talks about the views, the traffic sources, and as well as like YouTube search terms. So people are searching the video. But as you can tell, you can see how users find these videos. As you can tell, you can see all the impressions. We got browse features, shorts feed, YouTube search, channel pages, everything just like that. Now you can see engagement. It talks about engaged users. It talks about the unique viewers, watch time hours, everything going forward. So 94.2% of people stay to watch. That is a very good number, you guys. This is very, very important. As well as likes, as well as audience retention. This is why we talk about the stay to watch. Now, I think the biggest thing people really do miss is also looking at this right here. Watch time from subscribers. 99% of people who have watched this short video are not subscribed. If you were to do the math on that, that is millions of people. Whatever. That's hundreds of thousands of people, okay? Those are people who are not subscribed. I could be over this amount. So I want you to look at that because, you know, when you make long-form videos, it is sad. So I'm actually going to go and show you a long-form video as well, but it talks to you about device types, talks to you about age and gender, which is really important, which, oh my gosh, we have a lot of female. That is crazy. I've never seen this. It's about the geographies and all of that. All right, now looking at this again, okay, we go to the last 60 minutes. we can see that these tutorial videos are going on more of the search side. So people are searching these videos. It talks about them a lot, but they're not too much, you know? But how to steal brain rot is probably one of my biggest tutorials blowing up right now. So let's pay attention to this video. You can see the line of graphics. You can see how much it's grown since the beginning of posting it. Like I said, these videos take a while, but why is it this video? Because this is an SEO optimized video. This is a tutorial video. This is something that someone searches up almost on a daily basis. Other YouTubers, they might have a spike because it gets on the For You page and people watch their video because it gets recommended. But this is a tutorial video. Like I said, you guys, going back into audience, okay, I want you to just pay attention because this kind of can hurt you. You know, this will make you sad because you're like, oh my gosh, all these unique viewers, you know, 93% of them are not subscribed. I understand this is a normal number, but it also could be lower. Like I said, it also shows you viewers that also watch. So there's also some really cool things with that. But engagement is really important to look at as well. Talking about the likes, talking about also, you know, the watch time hours and average view duration. I will say my videos are very low on retention. It's just because of the way I do them. So I'm planning to rework them. Like I said, it's very important to really pay attention to what's going viral and why. Shorts. You want to make the titles very simple. You want to put an emoji or something, make it as simple as possible. You do not have to use hashtags in your title. People have recommended that you do and don't. In this video I did, and it blew up. I used hashtag shorts and hashtag Roblox and Grow a Garden because that's what it was relative to. Description for shorts as well. This was more SEO optimized because people were searching it up. These are some of the short tags that I used. You don't have to use hashtag, you guys. A lot of people don't. But I recommend that you do. Like I said, if you are a famous YouTuber, you end up not needing to do it. If you are going to be a Roblox YouTuber, though, I recommend you use hashtag shorts and hashtag Roblox. That is the #1 thing. A lot of things I think people miss as well is that on shorts, you can actually select the thumbnail. If you go on your phone and just hit edit and edit thumbnail, you're able to change the thumbnail. So my thumbnail for this video is just this. For other videos, as you can tell, these are more thumbnail based. So definitely pay attention to thumbnails on shorts. All right, so a few more things as well. When you go down to show more, these are some of the settings that I use. But tags are super important, at least for long form content. But for mine, you know, I put some things in here. I put Jandel, Sammy, Creecraft, Brandon302. Whatever you can put tags that are related to this video, it's perfect. And you can go down and make sure that the gaming is on Roblox, okay? So make sure you do that and you should be good. Now, more on the SEO side for long-form content, I have a great title right here. How to make a Steal a Brain Rot admin abuse panel in Roblox Studio. That is something that someone will literally just search up on Google. So actually, if you look at this video, people are searching this on Google every single day. Now, when it comes to the description as well, I just use basic things and tags and time codes, but I do use some hashtags. I do use Roblox. I do Roblox how-to, Roblox tutorials, TwinPlayz, Roblox Studio, and Steal a Brain Rot. Really just depends on what you want to do. And I do throw in some extra tags in the description if you want. But the biggest thing too is going down here and putting these tags in down here. The best thing to do is just going into ChatGPT and being like, hello, here's the title for our next YouTube video. How to make a Roblox UI in Roblox Studio. You generate YouTube SEO optimized tags for me. Then ChatGPT will cook you up some good tags. Just copy and paste these into here. Now, another thing is people might underestimate live streams. If you do want to make live streams, you can do those as well. Just make sure you're adding hashtags and adding more SEO optimized stuff so people are able to see your live stream. Definitely utilize live streams if you're going to make a YouTube channel and a brand. Of course, as well with posts, these are also great. Playlists are important too. Another thing you can do is go to settings and put keywords into your channel. This is very important as well because this is all SEO. I do think a lot of people underestimate the community tab because yes, this is how I respond to all my comments on all my videos. You're probably going to look at this and be like, Twin, what the heck? That's all the comments you have on videos? Yeah, guess what? I've liked every single comment on my video. Isn't that crazy? Because I have thousands of comments. I low-key had to stop doing my shorts though because there are so many freaking short comments. But at the end of the day, the video comments are the most important because they are the ones that help you get suggestions. Now guys, the best thing to do if you're really just lost and need ideas is go look through the shorts tab, go look through the home tab, and go see what people are making, what's going on their For You page, how are people commenting. There's so much you could look at, and it just helps you understand how YouTube works. Like I said, you don't need quality. This is a video that just got on their For You page, but of course, it's probably not going to perform well. Or for example, something like this people like. Another trick that I forgot to mention is if you are doing shorts and you want to upload them from your phone, that is a great way to select music from the shorts feed. Sometimes selecting music from your phone and using it in the library is actually helpful to get on the For You page. Now, me personally, I haven't been doing that, but in some videos I have. For example, this guy used Rock That Body, which is a big shorts feed video. You can look at when this was posted, so August 25th, and he has 572,000 views, which is pretty good. It's the fact that I'm getting this on my feed still, which is nice. But if you pay attention to these videos, he puts subscribe, do all these things like, comment, share, your luck, all this kind of stuff. And honestly, if we look at some of these videos, you can see he just puts hashtags. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's really about just staying consistent. If you stay consistent, you keep the same hashtags, and you just keep on posting, you will end up being on the algorithm side. My biggest advice, though, you guys, is just to keep going. If I were to tell my little kid self that I was at 100,000 subscribers, I would freak out. So whatever your goal is in life, you guys, just keep going at it, because discipline is always going to be the most important thing. I hope you guys learned a bit from this video, and if you did, feel free to comment, subscribe, and share this video to others. Like I said, you guys, consistency is the biggest thing. If you really do want to become a YouTuber, you just have to stay consistent. But remember, motivation is always going to decline, but discipline has to stay the same. If you have the discipline to keep doing something, you're going to end up doing it. I know some days may be rough because you might not have that motivation and you might not have discipline. You might just want to sit there and do nothing. But I will say, don't exhaust yourself, because if you're doing this and it's not fun, then what's the point of doing it? But I promise you guys, if you stay consistent, you'll end up hitting your goal. And to be honest with you guys, I was praying every day to just hit 100,000 subscribers. And guess what? It happened. But I did have to work my butt off to get to it. Like I said, some other people get lucky, but that's where that luck and strategy plays in. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, feel free to comment below. Don't stop grinding. You got this. See you later.